I lost the original theme music. Greetings and salutations. This is your girl, Outspoken Diva, and welcome to Outspoken Diva Tells You a Story, where I tell you a story and I just promise you to tell you that if it's true or fiction. And this one today is some truth. I'm working on some fiction. Y'all know I am. I'm very picky. Y'all know I throw away a whole story because I could not figure out the ending right. So one day. Anywho, but yeah, I'm working on some. So yeah, just look out for that. But today, we're gonna talk about some things. This week, school started for public school and I think private school. Kids. One of my cousins, her daughter started pre-K. Yeah, pre-K, and she's 4, and she goes to private school. That's why I'm thinking that private school started also. But I know public school, charter school started the week before. Been on Facebook, all the little, kids, you give them a little heart and all the, the back to school pictures. I know a few seniors. My nephew graduated this year. I mean, this, last school year. So I'm out of the game. I don't the school shopping and all that kind of stuff. I didn't have to do. So I kind of was like, oh yeah, school starting, that kind of stuff. So yeah, and you know. Um, that gave me some memories. So I was like, oh, memories, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's looking at the kids and their back to school clothes, and hope they have a great school year. Hope the teachers have a good school year. The parents have a good school year. School administrations, bus drivers, school staff, everybody has a good school year. Okay. But also, it was Left-Handers Day. Guess what? Outspoken Diva is a southpaw. I write with this hand. I cut paper with this hand. I eat with this hand, and yeah, I comb hair with mine. I'm ambidextrous with combing my hair, but some people are not. Um, and I think I've told this story before, but if I haven't told this story, y'all gonna hear it again, okay? Because both of those, how I found out I was left-handed, and how it is. Oh, we have an overcast. Okay, all of a sudden it might get dark, so don't worry. I have backup lights. So, um, what was I saying? Both of those, me starting school and me finding out I'm left hand is the part of the same story. So might as well tell both stories, right? Okay. Okay, so I grew up wait a minute, I was born in the late 70s. Uh I so that meant I started school in the 80s. So and at the time, I don't know when we started going to school before Labor Day, but I do know that happened somewhere and then becomes the norm in my lifetime. Like I won't say like when I was in elementary school, but I know kindergarten we started school the day after Labor Day because yeah, we'll get there. But I started school when my mom enrolled me in school. I had a doctor's appointment. I had to have all the shots and all that kind of stuff. Then got out the we rode the bus, got out the bus, met my teacher, my mom enrolled me and everything, met the some of the staff ladies, my mom, one of the ladies, the lady that was over school lunches, she would like you pay for your lunch, and she took care of the paperwork for free lunch or reduced lunch and stuff. She knew my family, so she was like, oh, you're coming here, okay, that kind of stuff. She was a little older lady, so okay. Well, so okay, and then the reason why I remember this, it's like a Thursday or Friday. The reason why I knew this was Labor Day, and all this stuff, we went grocery shopping and school shopping. If you don't know, the only times we went to the store with my mom was during back to school time. So, other than that, we stayed home. So, that's why we didn't get the When you get in this store, you don't need nothing, you don't want nothing, all that kind of stuff. Because I mean, we didn't go that often, and we knew the reason why we was going is because we wanted and needed stuff. Y'all, I am kicking this table. Let me move this table. I am kicking it. I don't know why I keep moving my feet. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna be still, hopefully. Um, and then I remember Sunday and then Monday, my mom and grandfather and my aunt, they were off from work. You know, we had barbecue and all this kind of stuff. So that's how I know this was after Labor Day. Well, that evening, my grandmother sat me down at the coffee table. Those of you who have been in my home, the coffee table and the furniture, this was a different set. It was not the same set then. Because, yeah, there would be no writing on anything. But she sat me down and she was trying to make me write with my right hand. Well, my right hand, when I tell y'all my right hand is useless when it comes to writing, and yeah, trying to write with it, no, no, mm-mm. It does not. I don't, yeah, no, I can't. Well, and my mom and my grandmother were having this intense discussion. They say they were arguing, but they were having this intense discussion. And my mom was like, "No, leave her alone. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. If they make her do it, they'll talk to me. They're gonna have to talk to me about it." My grandma was like, "No." Well, then I found out later on in life, once I can understand and stuff. I was older. My grandfather is left-handed. Well, is by ambidextrous. Um, my youngest aunt is ambidextrous. My niece was left-handed. Okay, and back then, like I know my youngest aunt, there's 18 years between her and I. So even I don't know when they decided to stop. So, but they did not allow children to write with their right hand. I mean, with their left hand. Okay. Well, yeah, I do remember telling y'all this story because I told y'all about this minister that had a problem with me as a teenager writing with my right hand, I mean, my left hand, and yeah, it was a thing. So, uh, yeah, they would make them write with their right hand. I don't know how they did that because, again, I don't know how people. And it's probably why a lot of people have horrible handwriting. They should have just let them write with their right hand. I mean, left hand. But different time, different day, right? Okay. Get to school. Okay. My mother did not take me into the building. She enrolled me. My mother was a single parent, so she had to work, right? Well, we rode the bus to school until I was in second grade. So, and my mom did not feel comfortable with letting her 5-year old get off a bus and walk inside the school building, or So, my sister A, there is a 7-year difference between me and my sister and I. Naturally, y'all know, those of you who don't know, my brother had special needs, so I never went to. My brother is 10 years old, was 10 years older than I. Um, so I never went to school with him. But I also did not go to school with my sister. She's 7 years older than I am. So I never went to school with them. And believe it or not, I was an adult. And a lot of people who knew me from like schools and stuff, they didn't know I had siblings. I didn't even know that. I did not know unless. But and also it's because my sister and I, other than elementary school, we don't go to the same. I never went to the same schools as my sister except for elementary school. So I didn't go to her middle schools. I didn't go to our high school. So okay, so that's how it happened. So so my sister walked me into the building because kindergartners, we weren't allowed on the blacktop the first week. We had to go inside the building, to our class and stuff. So my sister walks me into, walked me, took me to school the first day. That'll be important in a little bit, okay? So sit down, meet, the teacher, the kids and stuff. Well, the first day the teacher gives us this thing called a bell ringer. Okay. And I guess in retrospect, I figured out that she was, finding out what we actually knew. Because after lunch, she splits up into, we have assigned tables. You're on the green tables, the orange tables, and then the red tables. I'm on the green tables. I'm finding out now. The green table was advanced table, advanced table. And I stayed on the green table the whole year. One day we'll talk about me and our kindergarten teacher. Okay. wildness. I'm not, it's not wildness, but it's funny. It's we'll talk about me in first kindergarten and first grade. We'll talk about that. Then there were two orange tables. Those were like the kids that were in the middle, and then the red table was the kids who were not as like they had some catching up to. I mean, it's kindergarten, so I mean, I went to daycare, but well, for like a semester. We'll talk about that one day too. But our kids at that time were not required to go to school before kindergarten, so a lot of kids did not do that. So okay, but it was just one, and then some people, taught their kids at home, so some people didn't. Okay, nowadays that kind of method probably will be frowned upon. Splitting kids up. I think it is frowned upon. Okay. Well, the teacher also noticed that she had a tablet for me and this little boy. Now, I think his name was Richard. Only thing I remember, I don't remember. I don't remember Richard after kindergarten. If you want to know the truth, but I do remember Richard. Me and him, were seat mates. Table mates the whole time during kindergarten. But I don't think I remember. He used to talk about him and this guy boy named Rashard. I shouldn't. I'm not gonna use Rashard's last name. Rashard, they both kept talking about chocolate milk tastes like coffee. That's what I remembered. I don't know why I remember that superfluous information, but yeah. And then there was another girl on one of the orange tables. Um, we were our left hand, and we had special tablet, and then we had a note. The note read to my mom, to our parents, what tablets to buy with our school supplies. And the reason why I write big now is because these tablets had very wide lines. Our tablets had very wide lines. I don't remember if they. I don't know if they still write like. I haven't seen them since elementary school. But yes, I write. I cannot stand college rule notebook paper. I hate it for English teachers to say that they wanted college rule instead of wide rule. Oh my god! Because yes, I write very big. I write huge. Okay, so okay, fine. Um, well, in kindergarten they have to teach you, the parts of the school and stuff. So you go to the library, right? All right. So the reason why, if y'all ever notice, people who know me, there are things that there are adults in life that I try not to be. The school librarian at the school that I went to elementary school at, she is the very reason why I don't do a lot of things. The one thing I don't do is compare children who have siblings. I don't compare the siblings. You're gonna do that, and this woman is the exact reason why. Have y'all ever know the story? If y'all don't know the story, if you do, Miss Nelson Goes Missing. It's about this teacher. Her class, they're off the wall. They're wild. They're disobedient and stuff. So the teacher disappears, and they get a substitute teacher. Right. Spoiler alert: it's the teacher in a mask. Right. Okay. That mask. If know the story, y'all can go look it up. That the school librarian looked like that mask, except make her a black woman. Okay, I'm not playing. Those of you who went to elementary school and you see this. So we're gonna call her Miss Lou. So Miss Lou ran a strict library. Okay, don't get me wrong. She ran a strict library. I mean, for real. Okay, and I'm a happy person, right? And more than likely, sometimes, yeah, if y'all have not noticed, those of you who follow me on social media, I can be a little overzealous, a little excitable. And more than likely, I was probably smiling too hard, maybe a little giggle, that kind of thing. But, and the woman stands there and she goes, you're going to be just like your sister, ain't you? At 5 years old, I know exactly what she was talking about. And at 5 years old, I did not appreciate her telling me that. Okay, so where I would say something at a six, my sister's at a 10. She's gonna talk at a 10. My sister's loud. If y'all have never noticed something when I'm saying something like a little smart ass, oh, did I curse? Oh well, a little smart butts, a little jokey joke, little something sarcastic. There's a little, no, I had a little giggle when I talk. hmm it's a family thing. My grandmother did it. My two younger girl cousins, well, female cousins, they do it, and my sister does it. And my sister's is very loud. Okay, and it only shows up when we're saying sarcastic stuff, smart, insults, stuff like that. Okay, when my sister being loud, is more noticeable. I didn't notice I had it until I got to college and people brought it up, and I was like, "Oh, I do that." And then later on, we found out my grandmother did. And we was like, "Oh, okay, this is where we get it from." Okay, so I knew exactly what she was saying. I just didn't, as a child, I was like, and it's because other people have compared me to my sister, but the fact that this is the first person who's ever said that directly to me, and I was like, and this is one of the things I don't do. I do not compare children. I do not, and I definitely don't tell them you're gonna be just like this one. You're gonna be just like that. I don't talk like that. And at that moment, I drew a line at 5 years old with that woman. I was like, oh, okay. I know what time you're on. I know you're about foolishness. You're about, you're going to be one of these ones. And I'm going to have to show you that I'm going to be one of those ones too. You're not going to compare me to my sister. I'm going to be as different from my sister as possible, right? Wrong, but right. Okay. So, yeah, that was very impressionable upon me. So, yeah, then, get home and I have a left-handed tablet. And this was the last time I heard about my grandmother talking about me, referring to me that I write with my left hand. Now she talks about other stuff with me and my left hand later on in life. But yeah, my grandmother was a very handwriting stickler. Again, she grew up in a time where teachers took out, graded you. Your handwriting was also graded, also, or, those kind of things. And my grandmother has beautiful handwriting. I mean, she's gotten a lot of praises about her handwriting, even like, especially at church, because she used to be the church secretary, church clerk. And they still have her files and stuff, and it is in beautiful cursive handwriting, okay? Don't have that, didn't care. Oh well. So, but yeah, that was the last time because now she knows. Oh, okay. Hold on, guys. Forgot to put the phone on. Do not disturb. Got a phone call. Anywho, that was the last time because she found out that there's handwriting tablets that are not gonna make me change my no learn how to write with my right hand. So bada bing, bada boom. That was the end of that. And then Madiva gets home, and my aunt will call. What's my aunt's on here? My middle aunt, Aunt Lee. My aunt Lee and her husband. We get in the car with and we go school shopping. So, no, we go supply shopping, school supply shopping. So, bada bing, bada bing. Why do I remember all of this? I do not know. My memory and superfluous stuff. Asked me what is the exact date that slavery ended. I'm talking about, the Emancipation Proclamation, slavery ended. Yeah, no, yeah. Asked me when the Civil Rights Act was exactly signed. What's the date? I just know it's signed. Okay, so yeah. Anywho, what date did Jimmy Carter become president? But I can tell you everything that happened when I went to kindergarten, right? Okay. What happened when you went to kindergarten? When you started school? Maybe you started before kindergarten. Can you tell me about your very first day of school? Let me know in the comments down below or in the comments section of the social media site that you see this on, except Facebook. Facebook, you give down below on YouTube. Or you can shoot me an email at the email address that is in the description box. Okay. Other than that, Lord, 20 minutes on talking about this, right? Okay. Talking to you in adult terms.